Oh snap, it's happening. And of course there's terrible tasteless music in the background. Only 2 subs away. Only need 2 more subscribers. And then we will go over the... Oh! We need 1 more! There it is. 75,000 subscribers. Wow. It actually happened. Huh. 70,000 subscribers, guys. Oh my goodness. We finally did it. Also, welcome to my room. This is my face for a lot of the new people that haven't seen any of the face cam stuff. And today, we're going to celebrate 75,000 subscribers, 3/4 of the way to the silver play button by answering some questions. A lot of you guys were curious about things in my life. I made a community tab post a day ago, and it has gotten, I think, something like 150 questions on it, so I'm gonna pick my favorite ones and answer them on camera for you guys. So yeah, let's get started. Have you ever thought about how many people 75,000 is? And over time, your fan base alone will be able to fit a stadium. I have thought about this. It's just mind-boggling. It's something that you can't really visualize. Like 75,000 people, I mean, what even is that, you know? Like, you can't do that kind of math. Like, if I had 75,000 of anything, it would be insane. Like M&Ms or like Skittles or like, I don't know why I'm going to candy, but just imagine how much that would be. It'd be like a ton. And the fact that they're people, living, breathing people that are individuals, 75,000 of that, that's nuts. So no, I do not really know how to fully see what that is. Congrats. I learned of your channel from GamerBoy80. You must get that a lot. I do. And I've been a huge fan of your content ever since. Keep up the great work, man. Well deserved. Question: how did you come to meet GamerBoy80? So I met GamerBoy through a Technoblade livestream, actually. So I never super chat, but this one time I figured I might as well give it a shot. I sent a $2 donation to Technoblade, and I was like, yo, you want to do a collab? Because, you know, I thought he was pretty cool, and I, you know, didn't have a lot of subs back then, but I still had YouTube, right? But he read the donation, he invited me to his party, and it just so happened that I think GamerBoy79 and 80 were in the party with him. So it was us 4. We absolutely dominated, obviously. I mean, that probably didn't come as a surprise. I think I friended him, but then we didn't hear from each other for a long time because this is before GamerBoy even started his channel, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know how that happened exactly. I think I met him in a Discord, and I was like, yo, we played that one time with Technoblade. And we just started doing videos together. And at the time, you know, he was just starting his channel, probably only had like 1,000 or a couple thousand subs, and I was like, yo, let's play some Bed Wars. And then he turned into the powerhouse that you see now on YouTube. It's pretty neat. How did you start out? What mindset did you have when you had less than 100 subs? And how did you get your first 1,000? I mean, we're talking 100 subs. That was like 7 years ago, dude. I don't know if I remember that far back. All I remember is I started my channel as like an archive of things that I thought were cool to show my friends. So my first video ever was me making a firework in Gary's mod that you could sit on. And, you know, you just sit on the firework and then it would blow up all around you. And since you didn't take damage while you're in a seat, it just kind of happened all around you. I also recorded Minecraft update stuff. I don't know. It's just an archive of things I thought that were cool. That was really it. I didn't really cater to any particular set of people. I did have everything public, obviously, but like, I did not expect any of what happened. To get to 1,000, I think I started Portal 2 Let's Play, and it got like only 20 views a video at the time. Now it's like 100 views a video. Yeah, there's videos on my channel that exist that have like only a couple hundred views. Kind of insane. I mean, it makes sense. I have like 3,000 videos. Some of them are bound to be bad. But yeah, my first ever Let's Play was Portal 2. That didn't get me much. But then after that, I started Survival Island. Not the one with N20. This is a solo Survival Island by myself. I uploaded like 5 episodes a day at one point. I think Fraps, which is what I was recording with at the time, would stop recording every 5 gigabytes. So I would have like 30 files to just string together to make an episode. And I uploaded so many of them. I don't know how I had the work ethic to do it, but at some point I hit 1,000 subs. I think it was after Survival Island was almost over. I think it was over at that point, and I did 3 specials for it. I think it was something like an account giveaway. I showcased my favorite builds that I'd ever done up to that point. Oh, and 1,000 nukes. I blew up the Survival Island house, a copy of it with 1,000 nukes. That's right. So that was fun. My mindset was just to be cool and post things that were cool. And there was a little bit of inspiration from Markiplier because I admired him back in the day. And I was like, you know, it'd be cool to do the YouTube thing. And here we are like 7, 8 years later. Do you have any pets? If not, what pet would you want? At the moment, I personally don't. I've been living away from family for quite a long time, but back at home we have 2 little dachshunds, long hair miniature dachshunds, and they're pretty cute. If I wanted my own pet, I'd probably get a cat because they're lower maintenance than dogs. Considering how often I move and the places I move to, it's probably not a good idea to have a cat until I graduate, which is like 2 years from now, from RIT. How old am I? I'm 21. And do I live alone? Technically, no. I mean, all the places I move to are usually places where they're renting out a single room, which is this situation. There's other people in the house in every place I go to. But if you mean alone as in like people I know, yeah, I'm alone. How did I meet Fezzy? Well, this is a long story that I'm gonna cut down to 30 seconds. So when Hightail blew up, I did a lot of videos on it, obviously, and I wanted to collaborate with a lot of channels that were growing to be big at that time. Hightail News was one of them. And at the time, Fezzy was the person doing the commentary, the editing, and he basically was Hightail News. So we started talking. We started doing collaborations. I made a video with him. We did half and half. Half of his video was on my channel. Half of my video was on his channel, and they combined to make one episode. It was pretty cool. Fezzy had a falling out with Hightail News. I had a falling out with basically Hightail News and Hightail Hub. And then we started talking again. I don't remember why, but we did. And then eventually some time went on and we started doing videos together. And eventually Skyblock started, then the editing started at the same time as Skyblock, and things freaking blew up. I think it's nuts. I think Fezzy has like the Midas touch. Everything he touches explodes, because I don't know if you guys know, but Hightail News, before he left, was put on YouTube Creators on the Rise. They got a ton of attention. And now, here we are, getting like 500 subs a day. How the hell did that happen? Anyways, I just thank you, Fezzy. He's probably editing this video right now. Thank you, man. You really are an essential part of what's happening on the channel right now. And I hope I can help get you up here as well, because I know you want YouTube to be your thing. Anyways, let's move on. What happened to the pigeon? That channel was an experiment. I wanted to see if I could be another Soviet Womble or like a Vanos Gaming or like a sort of thing where it's like a bunch of montages. And I love the editing style of the pigeon. It was all Rocket League. And I think it was well done. My laugh was a little obnoxious though, but that could just be me not liking my own laugh. Problem is, the channel was dead on arrival. Didn't even get 1,000 views video, so I quickly stopped doing it. Are you gonna make YouTube a career? Well, I hope so. My plan is that I still have 2 years left of college. I'm gonna have to graduate. I don't care how successful the YouTube gets or my businesses or whatever. I am gonna graduate a CS student from RIT. So I still have 3 semesters left, 4 months of co-op after this one ends. So right now I'm in a co-op, which means it's like work for school credit. So I'm technically getting school credit by working right now, and that's going to be a thing until January. I'll do 1 semester of school, then next summer I'll do another co-op, and then 2 more semesters of school. Then I'm done, I'm out, and hopefully by then YouTube would have grown to be my career. I don't want to be hired as a computer engineer person. I would much rather be a YouTuber and do my programming stuff on the side. For those of you guys that don't know, I started a thing called Button Press Studios. It is a game development company, and I'm hoping that that will be my long-term career. But of course, I want YouTube to be there as well, because it's pretty awesome of a job to have. So I'll be doing 2 jobs at once, is the answer to that question. What's your favorite sport? Soccer. I used to play it a lot. I haven't really played it in like 2 years because I left high school, and I've been really busy with all my other stuff. And what do you like to do when not making videos? My life is not standard in that way. It's basically wake up, go to work, come home. That music in the background. My schedule is to go to work for 8 hours, come home, record YouTube videos, program plugins, basically more work, and then go to sleep and repeat. In other words, I don't really do much for fun. YouTube is the fun part. Me recording the videos is my free time, basically. Sorry about all the background noise. I'm in, this place is in a kind of sketchy area. There's a lot happening outside. Anyways, which Pokemon games have you played? That's a good question. I've played every Gen 2, every Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 5, and Mystery Dungeon. By far, though, if we're talking favorites, Gen 4, because that was Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, that was Heart Gold and Soul Silver, that was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky? By far, the best series of games. I'm gonna have to pick my favorite three. They all tie, they're all from the same gen. Platinum, Explorers of Time, and Heart Gold. They're all awesome, awesome games. I would highly recommend. Do you have a girlfriend? If not, can we get you one? I do not have a girlfriend right now. For those of you that don't know, it's been about a year and 2 weeks since the breakup happened. It took a long time to get over it, and even now I still have my moments, but yeah, no, I'm still, that's a thing. Moving on, I mean, if we can get you one thing, I doubt that would happen. Not to doubt you guys as a community of 75,000 people, but I just don't think that's possible because it's a very location-oriented thing, and I think it would be a little weird to just reach out to someone and be like, hey, I know somebody. I don't know. I don't know. Although I would love if a situation just kind of fell on my lap, but it's probably not how it's going to happen. That's not how life works. Am I gay? I am not, but there's nothing wrong with that. You do you. Your preferences are your preferences. I just so happen to be straight. Oh, will you finish Geometry Dash? Okay, I wanted to finish that series. I really did. Usually when I quit a series, it's because I get bored of it or it doesn't get enough views. Geometry Dash was just too hard. I couldn't beat anything past Club Step. Even now, it's been like years. I still can't beat that level. I don't know what to do. How's student debt? 30 grand in the hole right now, but luckily YouTube's starting to kick up. I'm still making money from the co-op and I'm selling plugins on Spigot, so, you know, I'm gonna slowly build up, but, you know, it's gonna be a lot, so I really do appreciate when people donate during the streams, and I'm not in any way asking you guys to go out of your way to do that, but, yeah, the student debt's still a very big thing. Do you get tired of your fans? No. I would say overall no. I just get tired of certain things. I mean, there's certain questions that drive me nuts, like when people ask for my texture pack, which if you Google ThirtyVirus texture pack, it's literally the first thing to come up. It's in my descriptions on my website. Do the research. Why do you have to ask me directly every single day? There's like a list of things that people do that annoy me, but overall, if you're just a good human being, and you know, respect the fact that, you know, some questions do get asked like a million times a day, for example, recording with me or or friending me on Hypixel. Mostly those things are the big ones. Friending me on Discord, unsolicited friend requests with no context whatsoever. I don't know, things like that get on my nerves, but overall, just hearing the nice comments from you guys, I mean, it's nice. It's a very small minority of people that annoy me. I mean, I love what's happening right here. I love interacting with you guys. I wish people kind of understood my situation a little bit more. I mean, I'm down to talk. Like, if anybody DMs me something that's, like, not directly asking for something because of, you know, my status as a YouTuber. If they need help with, like, OBS, I can link them my tutorial. If they have a question from a video, I can answer it. If they have a question about their own stuff, as long as it's not asking too much from me, I can, you know, I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I like it. But yeah, sometimes certain people annoy me. But for the most part, you guys are cool. What got you into coding, and what is your favorite language to code in? I like this one. Believe it or not, back in 2010, I downloaded Minecraft for the first time. I was playing the alpha, and I think the version I started playing on was the version that brought the Nether to the game. So, the very scary update, something like that. Anyways, that's when I hopped on board. I saw how the random terrain generation worked, and I was intrigued. Little 11-year-old me was very curious as to how the heck they managed to do that. And then I was like, you know, I'm going to get into programming. I heard that the game was made in Java, so I went and bought a Java book. And that didn't do much for me. What actually worked is me going on YouTube and looking up the new Boston, aka Bucky. His Java series is what really started the process, got the gears turning. I learned all the basics of Java, and then I moved on to C++, did the same thing through Bucky, and then I just kind of messed around with it for like 4 years or so. And then I got into Visual Basic because it was required in a class I was taking in high school for BOCES, and that is when officially my creative instinct was sparked, because it was Windows Forms and there was a visual, everything just connected together. I could see the results of what I programmed instantaneously, and then I was hooked. And then I learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, C#, it's similar to C++, and then C, MIPS assembly. I know something like 13 programming languages now, but my favorite one is by far C#. I would say it's a standard in the gaming world. I know Unity uses it. I know that Hytale, the upcoming game, is going to use it, although I personally probably won't be programming in C# for Hytale because all that's Java, which I love Java. It's a close second. Anyways, moving on. How is your life going? My life is in a weird spot right now. So again, I said that the breakup happened like a year and a few weeks ago. Still not too happy about it, not the greatest situation, but if you take a step back and look at my life, I don't have a lot of worldly possessions. The most valuable things that I have are probably the desktop I'm using to record this episode, the gear that is connected to it, and my bicycle that I literally just got 2 days ago. Those are probably the most valuable things I own. But yeah, I think I have a steady enough income with this whole YouTube thing and the plugins and with this upcoming business that I'll be fine financially, I think I'll be okay. Once I graduate, I'm not going to be like homeless or anything. I'll definitely be able to afford a cheap apartment, some food, all the essentials basically. Emotionally speaking, not the greatest, but that happens. Stress related, again, not the best, because school has this weird effect of just making my brain freak out and give me anxiety constantly. I've been trying CBD gummies recently to help deal with it because it's been like 4 months since I got out of school for this co-op and I'm still anxious and stressed. So that's a thing. I've been trying it. It's been helping a little bit. It's been like a week since I've had any though, because I'm waiting for a shipment to come in. So at the moment, I'm unsure about the stress and anxiety thing. It isn't really going away just yet, so that's a little confusing. But yeah, I think right now I'm in a preparation stage. I'm in a good spot to make a great career for myself. I just gotta make it through the next 2 years. Also, I apologize for the freaking background noise. I think I'm in a good spot to set up, hopefully coming back in 2 years, maybe for the 250K special or something like that. I'm hoping I can, there'll be a visual difference in my mood, and I'll hopefully be more fit, because I'm not bad right now, but I'm not great. I'm 180 right now, which is a decent weight. It's just, my life's going okay. It's not great, it's not bad, it's okay. And does my family know I do YouTube? Yes, both of them do. And it was innocent in the beginning. I was a kid, I was in middle school. No one really cared that I was doing videos. And then once high school came along, things weren't really growing that fast, and then concerns started to rise that, hey, maybe he's putting too much time into this thing that's not doing anything for him. So, I had that conversation a few times, that I'm putting a lot of time into something that's not doing anything. But I think nowadays they're big fans. In December, when Hytale happened and my channel started blowing up, both of my parents were ecstatic. They were really happy for me. And after seeing 4 months of me being really sad, they were like, whatever, man. Whatever makes you happy. And they're still here. And my dad watches all the episodes. He's probably watching this one. Hello! And big fans, I would say, especially ThirtyVirus and Sam Maluch and Mikey, the little brothers on that side of the family. They love to watch all the stuff I do, and it's really cool. Are you satisfied with the progress you've made, or do you think you could have gotten farther by now? Honestly, I see a pattern here, right? So, go figure, right? That the first break that I get that's longer than 4 months in my entire life since school started, during that break, all of a sudden I start actually being a YouTuber. I've been doing it for years, but this is the first time I've had the time to just focus it completely. And what do you know? Things are starting to work out. So, if I didn't go to college, I probably could have started something on YouTube. I don't know. I'm just happy I'm where I'm at now. I don't really know. I probably could have gotten farther by now if I went a different route, but honestly, I'm just happy with what I have, and I'm happy that I've been given a shot, and that I'm willing to go to the end and try to make I don't know, what is my ultimate goal on YouTube? I think my ultimate goal, I would have succeeded if I reach 1 million. I think 100K is gonna be a huge milestone, but if we're talking long term, I would have officially knocked off YouTube from the bucket list if I hit 1 million subscribers. So who knows? It might happen. RP Games Engine when? I'm looking into it, Rotbjorn. I'm looking into it. I'm hoping. The thing is, I work in bursts, so like I might put 2 weeks into RP games and then forget about it for a month. It's just the way I do things, unfortunately. I'm just hoping that like I can finish this Minecraft plugin stuff, which is currently stressing me out, so I can have another burst at RP games and then hopefully release something so you guys have something to mess with before my next burst of productivity. Do you add milk to your cereal? That's oddly specific. No, I actually, I don't like milk. I just eat cereal dry. I'm a monster, I know. What are your life goals? I already said who inspired me on YouTube. That was Markiplier. Partially. I think PewDiePie was another big one. Sly Fox Hound, P-Bat, and you're OG if you remember P-Bat. Anyways, my life goals, honestly, here's my master plan. I'm going to graduate from school with a RITCS degree. I want to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I think by the time I graduate, I'd want it 250K. That's my goal for the next 2 years. I'm going to start up RP Games. I mean, technically, yeah. Button Press Studios is what I meant to say. I want to have at least 5 projects done and released by the time I graduate. So RP Games Engine, Project Immortal, the Blockshot Network for Hightail. That's 3 of them. Academiac, which is going to be like a strategy game mostly for mobile, but also on desktop, kind of like Plants vs. Zombies, or like 60 Seconds is more accurate. And then some 5th thing. It's experimental. I don't know if it'll actually happen, but it's this cool thing that is like a browser extension that helps make YouTube more fit for creators. Anyways, I want those 5 things to be released before I graduate, and then after that, I hope that Button Press has enough infrastructure to just kind of work underneath me, so I'll just be on the top, sitting on the top, and then everything else can still kind of be autonomous, and I can still, you know, do the project lead thing and figure out what the direction of the company is, but the grunt work, I'm hoping I can divvy that out so I actually have time in my life to do other things. After that, I plan to use my computer science knowledge and my, I guess, creativity to make an artificial intelligence. My goal is to develop, it sounds stupid, but I would like to be the person that brings about the singularity. So yeah, I mean, there's people that go to school for this sort of thing, artificial intelligence, but I think my way's always been to trailblaze. I don't really tend to do what other people do. I tend to make up my own path as I go. So who knows, maybe I'll accidentally stumble across the actual path to the singularity, which means self-aware AI, by the way. I'll be responsible about it if I get close. I've already figured out a system where I'll just buy 100 or 1,000 like 2 gigabyte flash drives that I plug in to the PC that's running it, that's not connected to the internet, and then chuck it once I'm done. Incinerate every flash drive so no files can be put on it. I don't know, it's an elaborate plan, but I'm hoping to make Milo a thing. That's the name of it. It's going to be Milo. Of course, you know, I'd want to have a family at some point, a long time from now, probably at least 10 years until that even begins. But, you know, I'm not doing it just for clout or anything like that. I want to actually help humanity. Are you going to upload more videos per day? Once I graduate, I think what I'm going to do is continue daily uploads and do a stream. Most days. Obviously, I'll miss some days, but most days I'd want to stream. That'd be really cool. Because, I mean, if everything goes according to plan, I won't need a day job when I graduate. I'll just be able to do YouTube and release plugins and, like, software that just gets sales as I go. So, you know, no hourly stuff. So that'd be really neat to do daily live streams. Ooh, this is getting deep. What's the meaning of life in your opinion? All right. So I'm going to exclude religion from this discussion. Let's move forward with the opinion that, right, when you live life, you know, there's no guarantee what happens afterwards. With that in mind, I think life, the meaning comes from your own ambitions. It's kind of like a Minecraft world. There is no particular end goal. Your goal is just to have fun along the way and accomplish some crazy things. You know, make a goal for yourself and accomplish that thing and reach your goal and see what your limits are and then break through those limits. And sometimes there doesn't have to be a large meaning, you know? You make your own meaning. So, for people wandering out there that don't know what they're doing or why they're there. Just enjoy yourself, have a good time, and if you want to change the world, go out and do it. I give my life meaning by my work. So I think it's really cool that we got this far on YouTube. That gives me purpose. It gives me meaning. I think my programming projects, the fact that I could write a piece of software and then like 10,000 servers can download that software and use it, that's cool. Having an impact. I don't know. That's my goal, is to change the world. So, yeah. Life is what you make of it, basically. Alright guys, I think that's all the questions. Oh my goodness, there were so many of them. Those were my favorites. If I missed a big one, you can ask in the comments and I can answer it for you. Actually, there is one more. What happened to the girl that you talked to in the train and gave the number? Again, as with anything, it's complicated. Definitely, we're not in any sort of relationship at the moment. We're just friends. If anything further than that happens, then we'll see. If not, then it doesn't happen. But yeah, for right now, just friends. Anyways, I don't know why, but I just had to throw that one at the end because 50 people upvoted that comment. So that was like the most requested thing for people to have me answer. But yeah, so that was 75,000 subscribers. Dang. Crazy, crazy stuff. And I guess for the next milestone, I'll see you at 100,000, the silver play button, and this is my proposition to you guys. There is a secret about me that I've been hiding for 10 years. No one knows about it, especially on the internet. There's only a select few that do know, and that's like my parents, Anthony, and my ex. And that's about it. So no one knows about it, basically. Only 4 people know about it. And yeah, it's a pretty cool secret. It puts me in a select group of people. There's not a lot of us. But yeah, so at 100K, I will reveal this secret. And I can't wait to see what the theories are in the comments down below. Well, anyways, that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you at 100K.